Hi everybody, this is Dr. Kuninel speaking, and this is just a short video that I like to share about the development of the detail of the scope of the project. So we know we are currently busy with scoping, the scoping process, and we said that the starting point for the scoping process is the goal and the objective statements for the project, what you want to achieve through the project. And we said the end product that we are looking for in the scoping process is to figure out, amongst a lot of other stuff, but to figure out the core thing that we need to figure out is what we're going to do for the project. So it's the inclusions, it's the stuff that we need to finish the project. Now, so we said the starting point is your goal and your objective statements, and then from then onwards, we're going to use this as a platform, as the starting point to develop the detail. Now, number one, we always say that when you develop detail, there's a right way and a not right way. The not right way is what I like to call listing. Sitting here thinking about what needs to be done and then listing that out. The problem with that is we miss a lot of things. And we know, I call it the shopping list problem. You sit, you make a quick list of what you need to go shop, you go buy the stuff, you come back and you've realized half of the stuff wasn't even on your list. So what we do in project management is not that. The word that we use is development of detail. So we are developing the detail. We are not coming up with it, we're not thinking it out, we are developing it. And that is what this tool is really nice about. So I call it the IEAR, the Inclusion, Exclusions, Assumptions and Risks tool. And it's a systematic approach that we take from the goal and objective statements right through to the detail of what we need to do, the verbs, the actions of the project. Good. So, a very, very simple, very low level example that I'm going to talk about. Our project is to build a house. I'm not even going to talk a lot about further detail into that. I'm just going to say it's a house. So let's just keep it very simple. Low level example. The goal of the project is, and let's just say very, very simple goal for us. The goal of the project is to build a house. You can now go into detail if you are more serious about this, but let's just say this is the goal statement. Now, goal statement always starts with two, blah, 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 blah. Okay, then we say, what is the things that I need to achieve to be able to achieve my goal? So what are the stuff that I need to do or to finish to be able to reach my goal? And in my case, I just identified, I'm not a builder, guys, but I identified a few of these. I said design and construct the foundations of the house according to specifications. Then I said design and construct the walls of the house according to specifications. Design and construct the roof of the house according to specifications. And then I said design and construct the fit out for this house according to our specifications that we need to have. Okay, so this is my starting point. I've got my goal and objective statements. What we now do is we take these objective statements and we change that into main components for the project or deliverables for the project. So what I say is my main component, my first deliverable will be the foundation. Then I said my walls, then I said my roof, and then I said my fit out. And now what you do is you go in the process of, and this is where the inclusions, exclusions, assumptions, and risks comes in. You say for each one of these, you cascade downwards into the detail. You say, my component is foundations. What is included in my foundations? Well, number one, it is mark out the foundations. Number two, excavate the foundations. Number three, fix the foundation steel. Number four is the foundation concrete. Now, so what I've done, I've asked the question. The question was, what is included in the foundations? And I only took that down one level. But look at 3.1. We say you keep on asking that question. You say 1.3, you say, what is included in the steel fixing? Okay, what is included in the steel fixing? Buy the steel and fix the foundation steel. Number four, what is included in the foundation concrete? Procure the sand, procure the stone, procure the cement, mix the concrete and pour the concrete. So can you see, we could actually have taken this further. We could have said, what is included in the procurement of the stone? Now, and what is included in the mixing of the concrete? To take this further down into the detail. For this example, I only took it down one level. Now, so we've got only up to 1.4.5. Okay, so now what we've done is we've populated the first two, the inclusions, and remember you keep on asking the question until you get to the activity level. So for us, we said the foundation activity level would be fixing the steel. Okay, then we say, but it's not just good enough when we are developing scope to know what is included. We also need to know what is excluded, what should not be in the project, so that there's no uncertainties as we go through the project. So that is where on each level that we've done over here, we can now identify exclusions if there are any. It's not always, but if there are any. So what we say is, let's say I've bought this plot from someone, marking out the foundations. Clearing the topsoil is not included in my project. It won't be included in my scope of works. Now, maybe the people who's selling the plot or putting the plot there for me to do my construction on, they did all of that. Okay, and then you can also go and you can ask, what are the assumptions around these? Now, what I want to tell you is that the beauty of this is not just the information. The beauty of this is the level of the information. So if you take the level of information, you go from inclusion to activity to exclusion. Exclusion not just on a high level, but you can actually go to an exclusion on a third level down, and even more if you start breaking this up even more. And the same with the assumptions. So that's the first sort of step. You go into the process of inclusions, exclusions, assumptions, and then we say, what are the risks associated? And again, the beauty of this is the risk you identify as you cascade down into the detail of the project. You identify the risks, and remember we said when we dealt with risk management and risk planning, the output of that is an action. So the output of the risk could have been some ground survey that you need to do to be able to do your project. Now, and then you go on again with the process the same, further breakdown as a result of the risk identified. So you say now, because I identified ground survey, now there's something to the ground that I need to know about, as a new, let's call it component, as a result of the risk, you can now have inclusions, exclusions, assumptions, and risks associated to that, which will add to the project scope. And that's the key thing. It adds to the project scope. Good, so this is what you do, and then for each component you will do that. So I haven't done that, but for each one of these components you will do the same. You will say, what is included in the fit out? 4.1.1. What is excluded? What is the assumptions? Are there any risks? And if there are any risks, are there any actions associated to the risk? And you continue doing this. And you can see how we go here from very much high level goal and objective statements to finer detail. Guys, this is a very, very simple example. In real life, even with building a house, component 1 foundation will probably be between 100 and 200 activities, depending on the project and your responsibility in the project in terms of the contracting that you have. So this is a great tool. Use this to develop detail. Use this to develop structured detail. And remember what I said? Structured detail means it is development of the activities, not coming up with or listing the activities. And I've used this a lot, and this is a great tool to develop scope in our projects.